the bar was so low, ningemwambia I miss you, ananiambia nimtumie fare akuje anione. The bar was so low, ningemwambia naenda, ama ningekuwa naenda kwake na niambia na ukuje na nyama, sijui waru, sijui nini, and then I'll still be the one who will cook them.
We don't judge. So one time I was dating this guy and I knew he was married, but hakuwa na job according to him. So one time the responsibility, wife yake alikuwa na job, so the responsibility the wife alikuwa amempea ilikuwa ya kulipa house girl. So because mimi nilikuwa na tudo,
najua by sahii mshasikia this challenge
yuko job
yenye inaitwa the bar was too low or so low, and I want to give my what I think about it. That's my thoughts, and I'm not in the habit of commenting on some issues, but then now there has to be someone to comment on these issues because they have implications as well. Especially these challenges most of the time are brought around by women, and it has been proven time and again that women don't think of consequences when they are doing things. They do things fast and then try to handle the consequences later when they come, which is also a foolish way of doing things by any means. Because if you are in shit and you put yourself in that kind of shit, sometimes it's hard for you to remove yourself from there. And you have yourself to blame, but then most of the time women will become crybabies, try to garner public sympathy, for the shit that they involve themselves in willingly. So there's nothing wrong with the bar is too low, but then the way that I do think it has good intentions, but then it also has implications, and that's the part where I want to talk about. You see, when you are talking about the bar was too low, it's involving your sexual encounters most of the time. And those are the things that I want to talk about. I'm not going to talk about the things you did out of love, like going to wash for a woman, your man's clothes. You did that willingly. But then now, when it comes, you are talking about your sexual encounters in the public, and you are in a marriage or you are not. You can be anywhere, whether in a relationship or looking to get into one or married, and you are exposing these dirty secrets that you had in the back. Whereby you were in situations whereby you were using zero brains and you gave other men access for the least, for the least effort. And now the men you want or you are pursuing to kind of pay a premium for you or for access to your vagina or pussy. Now that, that's what you call double standards. But then even before we get there, you are married, for instance, and I don't know who this lady is mwenye alikuwa anasema yeye alikuwa nagongewa kwa bar. Kwa loser bar. Na ako married. And the guy is a straight up guy who works in a big place. One thing you need to know, you are embarrassing this man. As much as you are talking about your experiences, now you are not you are not just you alone. You are in a marriage with another man who you affect his image or public image because you are in marriage with him. So when people now know that you did all this shit, what do you think will happen to him? People will start to think of him like, you are the guy who married a lady mwenye alikuwa anadinyiwa kwa maluza kaloko, you know. And that affects him. That affects his image. And a man is his image. Women can, can survive with the bad image, but then men can't, because it's about ego, it's about respect in society, it's about having, some kind of position in society. And when you lose that, it becomes problematic for a man, because now people start seeing you as inferior, because you have someone who's inferior, mtu mwenye ashapitiwa in the dirtiest of all places. Yani mtu ana self respect, wewe ndio umekuja kumuinua, but then whoever you have is just someone who is loose. Those are things that people will think of. Yeah, you might say like, what do you care what people will say? People care what other people say. And a man's respect in society or image is very important. You wouldn't want to be with a man who has a battered self-image, or in society, or public image, that is, sorry. Yeah. So when you are saying all these things, if they are dirty things, these are dirty little secrets, you need to pull them kivyako tu, uziweke huko, hazihitaji kukua in the public, because saa hii uko associated with someone, and this someone needs to protect his public image. Because you are associated with him, that also means you also have to protect your public image, because it reflects on him, whether bad or good. Yeah. And that's going to affect him in many ways, especially when you put him in bad light. Yeah, for instance, when you umesema mi nilikuwa naenda nafanyiwa hivi, nadinywa hivi, nafanywa hivi, now anaanza kufeel, kumbe I'm being with a cheap person. And then people out there, you are putting it in public. That's the problem. So kila mtu anajua kajamaa kameoa mtu wako hivi. Yeah, so that's a lot of embarrassment. So if anything, that's something that you should never tell anyone. I know most women are doing it for clicks. They want attention, they want online, because we are all, doing this podcasts for visibility or views or whatever. But then we also have to know to protect the things that we have built with the blood and sweat. Because a marriage or a relationship that's going well is built on blood and sweat. It's not an easy thing, and you can't be out there destroying it in just one day for a few clicks. It's not worth it. Yeah, because also if kids are involved, it means also it's going to affect those kids. So wakiwa shule, because now kids have access to social media, so mtoto wako ako pale shule, and then mwingine anamwambia, mamako alikuwa anagongewa kwa loser za club. What do you think how do you think will your kid feel when watoto wengine wanamwambia hivyo? It affects his or her self-esteem. Na hatataka kuassociate na watoto wengine, hatataka kuenda shule. You have to think about these things before you blurt out some of these things. It affects so many people, even your friends. Yeah? So, vitu zingine tukanyagia. Especially when you are in that. Also, let's say also if you are not married, yeah, maybe hata uko kwa relation, uko single. One thing you also need to know is that the internet doesn't forget. When you say all these things, what wanaanza kuona, because men will view you, this is what we call sexual purity. Yeah, sexual purity is something that men consider highly in women. I'm not saying you don't have the liberty to sleep around and whore the way you want. Do it by all means, but then don't go preaching it on social media, because that also is going to affect your sexual market value. Yeah, because kila mtu atakuona wewe ni malaya. Yeah, And the internet does not forget. So people will take you as a joke, even in the business deals, whatever, because you think if you are doing social media as a means of business or means of getting money, you also need partners, these companies to come, sponsorship and all these things, basically. And when these people see the kind of content, the kind of person you are morally, yeah, because these issues will speak about your morals. If your morals are loose, it means you cannot be trusted. You are cheap. So no one is going to come and give you business. Ungepata business mzuri, maybe sponsorship, because let's say this YouTube inakulipa na nini, yes, but then it's not enough. Yeah, money is in sponsors, yeah, and advertisement and all these things. So you have to look at it from a big angle when you talk about some things, especially sexual issues. Yeah, sexual issues, that's a touchy subject. So usiamuke tu uanze kuisema tu bure tu bila plan, because people tend to have a high, let's say, expectations when it comes to sexual morality. And when you display some aspect that, kind of put you in a position whereby you are immoral, then people begin to question your past and also, as the whole of you as a person. They begin digging your past and they will bring all these things up, trust me, and they will bring you down, because now, if you are saying this, how many things didn't you say? Yeah, you just said a few bits. It means there's a lot that you didn't say. And people have time and resources to go and dig this. So, once you open this can of worms, sometimes they come back to eat you. Yeah, so you have to be careful when it comes to social media, when you have to reveal some of these things. Yeah. Also, people are not going to take you seriously when it comes to relationship. Ndio utajipata uko hapa. Juu sasa kila mtu ameona you are loose, so kila mtu anataka kukupitia akienda, because they can't keep you off, because unagawia kila mtu. So why should I take you seriously when you are not taking yourself seriously? That's a thing. So, when it comes to your future relationships, people are not going to consider you as a prospective wife material or husband material. Yeah, of course, the society does not hold the same kind of, let's say, standards when it comes to sexual morality in men as it does for women. It has very high standards when it comes to women. You have to understand that. So when you are talking about your sexual encounters, you have to tone down, because society is going to judge you harshly. That's one thing we can't avoid. Yeah. So you have to make a decision when you are talking about these things. Be slow. As much as you are tempted, they will give you views and clicks. You have to control yourself. Yeah? You have to control yourself. Don't hope on every popular challenge you see. Some will take you down the drain. Yeah? So, that's things I wanted to say. And there's nothing wrong in participating in these challenges, but then you have to know the boundaries. Yeah? You have to know the boundaries. One video won't get you where you are going. It might destroy you. Yeah? And also, so I'm not faulting people for saying these things. Yeah? You have to guard what you are saying, what you are putting out there when it comes to more sexual morality. Yeah? So kama ulikuwa unaenda kufulia mtu nguo, kama ulikuwa unaenda, that was out of love. And sometimes we do these things out of stupidity, out of ignorance. But then there are those which we need to have boundaries. Yeah. Kila mtu ni mjinga when it comes to love. That's what I say. Yeah, there are so many things that we do because of love. Sometimes it's not love. Sometimes it's just we are infatuated most of the time, and we can't blame anyone for the mistakes that we do. We have to own them up. We have to own them up. Yeah. But I'm talking about sexual immorality. So when you put it out there, people don't forget. Ikifika mahali penye unaanza, itafika mahali because now you have put yourself out there. Watu hawataki kuassociate na wewe because uko na tabia mbovu. Yeah? People don't forget these things. So wewe ndio yule utazeeka ufike miaka fulani uanze kwani mimi Mungu ani, where are the men gone? Hakuna mtu ananitaka and all these things. It's because your CV is dirty. That's what you are saying today will be your past. Yeah, in a few years it will be your past, and people dig the past in order to determine the future when it comes to a woman. So know that whatever you do today, it will count in the future. Yeah? That's what I have today. So, if you want to go on, talk about your sexual encounters, venye ulidinyana kwa klabu, venye ulidinywa kwa basi, venye ulifanya nini, venye uliambiwa kwa kitanda ukafanyiwa 69%, sawa, do that. It's up to you. If you break your marriage, it's okay. It's up to you. If you reduce your chances of getting married or in a relationship, it's okay. Many will ask, is it a must for you to get into a relationship? A marriage is not an achievement. A number of people, ni venye hatukwangi honest. Majority of the people want to be in good relationship. Hakuna mtu anataka kuwa single, very few. As much as we want to be single, there are moments whereby we need someone. Yeah? To hold someone just by our side. And there is an age whereby you just want to have someone. So akunanga, it's an achievement. If a marriage is good, if you have a good relationship, that's a good achievement because it means that you are winning in some areas in life. And if you get a good person, trust me, your life doubles, your success doubles because you put a lot of effort, and also, you give your man the best, you help him to be the best, and that improves the quality of your life as well. Yeah, so hakuna mtu anataka kuwa single. Mwenye anataka kuwa single ni very few, na wengi ni out of bitterness, not because they really want to. Deep down, they want to have someone. They want to have a man, want to have a woman. Deep down. So mtu asikudanganya ati mimi niko sawa. Very few. I'm not saying there are exceptions, but then most people want to be in relationships with someone. It's just normal. It's inherent in us. We can't avoid it. Yeah? And at the center of every human existence is the human connection. You can't run away from that as much as we want. So that's from me. I hope mmelearn kitu. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Cheers. See you.